Hello everyone, and once again I welcome you all to my channel Reflowering Matriarch. So today I have got you another piece from John Donne's poetry collection, and that is titled The Canonization. So when we discuss about this poem, it is of particular relevance to understand the meaning of the term canonization itself. What does the word canonization in the title imply? Canonization, if we look at the meaning of the word, means when you canonize someone, when you take them to the level of a saint, when you give them sainthood. Okay, so it is for the normal people who have done such exemplary and such unachievable things, who have done such outstanding things in their lifetime, that they, after their death, have been taken to the place of a saint. That is canonization. And herein, though it will imply through this word canonization that this poem might lead us into something spiritual, into something religious, but we are talking about John Donne here, and initially, at least, most of the poems were about love. And it was later in his life that spirituality dawned on him and he started talking about religion, about spirituality. So, in this poem, The Canonization, the term canonization has been used for lovers. He is saying that when two people truly love each other, and when their love is all pure, when their love is all self-sacrificing, all self-annihilating, then that kind of love is worthy of being canonized, is worthy of being worshipped. That is the takeaway from the title. The poet is saying, yes, we do canonize, but we do not canonize only people who lead their lives on the spiritual tracks, but also people who find themselves in the purest form of love, who live their life through the sacrifices and through all those contributions, all those tests, all those things that you have to do for love. The people who do it, the people who live through it, are as much deserving of a canonization as are the saints who lead a life on the tracks of holiness. So that is the meaning of the title, The Canonization. Now just let us look at the first stanza of the poem. He's saying, "For God's sake, hold your tongue and let me love, or child my palsy or my gout, my 5 grey hair or my ruined fortune flout. With wealth your estate, your mind with arts improve." Now, the beginning of the poem, he is addressing these lines to an unnamed listener, to an unnamed person whom he is targeting, and it can be a person or it can be people. He is saying, just hold your tongue, for God's sake, in the name of God, please hold your tongue. Stop bothering me, stop complaining about my love, stop telling me what to do, stop judging me, he's saying. Hold your tongue and let me love. Just don't interfere in my life. Just don't tell me what to do. And just please leave me alone and let me love. Or child my palsy or my gout. And if you really want to criticize something about me, if you really want to judge me something for something that is really wrong in me. Not love, not my love for my beloved, but actually judge me for some of the flaws that I really do possess. He's saying, child my palsy. Palsy is a kind of a disease of mind, and my gout. Gout is again a digestive disease. So in this line, he's naming the two diseases. Just child my palsy. Talk ill about my palsy. Talk ill about my gout. Okay. Or the 5 grey hair I have grown on my head. Just talk about them. Just criticize. Just say how ugly I look because of those grey hairs. Or my ruined fortune flout. Or the condition that I'm not so wealthy. Or the condition that I'm not so well off in terms of fortune. So criticize that essence of me. Criticize that part of me. With wealth, your estate. Now he's saying a very wise line. He's saying that With wealth, when a person has wealth, his state improves. Now, state here means his condition, his plight, and the way, his standard of living, the way in which he leads his or her life. That thing enhances when you get wealth, when you get money. Obviously, we buy comfort through money, we buy luxury through money. So this is something we all know. He's saying that with wealth, when you will be in possession of sound wealth, the wealth that you can spend and decorate your life with the splendor and with luxury, surround yourself with all sorts of comfort, that comes when you have enough money with yourself. And your mind, that is about your standard of living, that is about what kind of a life you're going to lead with the allowances that you have. If you have many allowances, if you have sound allowances, your life will automatically depict that well-off fortunacy of yours. But your mind improves with arts. Your mind improves with literature, with music, with painting, with a taste for the fine arts, with a taste for the beauty of literature. Like we say in Hindi, Sahitya Sangeet Kala Vihina, Sakshat Pashu Puchha Vishadhina. So that is what he's trying to say, that your mind will improve only when you will let yourself have a proper taste of arts. With wealth, your state and your mind with arts improve. Okay, so basically in the first stanza, he's talking to all those people who judge him on his love life, who judge him on his capacity to love his beloved, or on everything that is surrounding around his love life. So he's saying that you do not get to judge this love aspect of my life. And if you really are so intent on judging me, if you really are so intent on passing a criticism on me, just do it on something that is worthy of criticism. My love is without flaw. My love is something that you cannot pick on. So that is what he's trying to say in the first stanza. For God's sake, hold your tongue and let me love. Let me love to the fullest of my capacity, to the utmost of my desires. Just let me love and leave me alone. Okay? Or chide my palsy or my gout, my 5 grey hairs or my ruined fortune flout. With wealth, your estate, your mind with arts improve. So this is the meaning of first stanza. Now look at the next stanza. Now in this stanza, he's saying, take a course, get you a place, observe his honor or his grace, or the king's real or his stamped face, contemplate what you will approve, so you will let me love. Now again he's saying that take a course, oh my God, go and enroll yourself into a degree, okay, that will earn you a place, that will somehow benefit you with your employment, that will somehow get you a promotion in whatever profession you are working currently in. So just get a degree, aggravate or increase your knowledge about whatever profession you are serving, about whatever thing you are doing in life. Just try and get more knowledge about that profession, get a degree about it, and that will get you a place, that will get you a promotion, that will get you a higher cadre in your work, in your employment. This is the meaning of the line. Observe his honor or his grace. Now he's saying observe his honor. Now his honor or his grace, these are the terms that are usually used for the people of royalties. The people who are like kings and queens, duke, duchess, for these people, these terms, your grace, your honor, are usually used. So now he's saying that observe his honor or his grace. And if you have so much time at your hand that you are judging me, that you are criticizing my love life, your honor and your grace here means, why don't you go and see the king and see if he has a real face or a stamped face. A stamped face means a face that he has deliberately masked himself with so as to fool his audience, so as to fool his subjects. So go and see if the king has a real face or his face is a stamped one. His face is masked. His real face has been masked from the public. And see what face you will approve. Contemplate. Contemplate means you think, you see, you evaluate. what you will approve, what face of the king will you approve, what side of the king you will approve. He's trying to be a sycophant here. He's saying that, okay, I get that you have so much time that you are poking inside my life and you are trying to criticize the elements of my love life. So why don't I have a suggestion for you? Why don't you get yourself a degree? Why don't you get yourself a place through that degree? And why don't you go and observe the king himself and see if he has a real face, or if he has deliberately donned a mask to fool his subjects, and see if you will approve that mask or his real face. So you will let me love. And with this much of the work in your hands that I'm suggesting you do, you will not have time to criticize my love, and that will give me leave to love freely without being conscious of people judging me, without being conscious of people picking on me. Okay? So now look at the next stanza. Alas, alas, who is injured by my love? What merchant's ship have my sighs drowned? Who says my tears have overflowed his ground? When did my coals a forward spring remove? When did the heats which in my veins fill add one more to the plague's bill? Soldiers find wars and lawyers find out still, litigious men which quarrels move, though she and I do love. He's saying, alas, who is injured by my love? Who am I causing any sort of inconvenience by loving my beloved? Who is getting harmed by my love for my beloved, by our love for each other? Nobody. Now he's giving certain examples over here. What merchant ship have my sighs drowned? If you do not agree with me, if you think that my love has harmed somebody, just answer my questions. Just tell me, what merchant ship have my sighs drowned? If I have been in love, if I am in love, and if I am taking sighs in that love. Sighs here is like when you are in love, you tend to gloat inside with the thoughts of your beloved, and that lead to certain sighs of satisfaction, sometimes sighs of distress, because you are away from your beloved, because there is distance between the two of you, and at that particular point of time you two cannot meet each other. So he's saying, tell me, what merchant's ship have my sighs drowned? Here he is comparing sighs to some sort of a tempest or some sort of a cyclonic wind, that it is so powerful, but still it has not drowned any merchant ship. My sighs, the sighs that I take in the name of my lover, in the name of my beloved, they are very strong, they are very powerful, they are as much powerful and destructive as a tempest, as a sea tempest. But still, can you name one merchant ship that my sighs have drowned? No, because I do not harm other people by my love. I'm just simply loving my beloved. Another example says, who says my tears have overflowed his ground? And can you name a person who has ever told you that he, because he is crying so much in love, that he has overflooded my ground and I have drowned because of his tears? No, my tears are not. See, these are very strong conceits. We have already discussed that in metaphysical poetry there is a use of very strong conceits, strong metaphors, deep metaphors. So these are the conceits. He's comparing his sighs to tempest, he's comparing his tears to floods. And why would he cry? Basically, why will be there any tears in his eyes? There will be tears because in love there are sometimes disappointments, there are bereavements, and we cry, we crave for our beloved. And that is the kind of tear floods he's symbolizing over here, he's signifying over here. He's saying that, see, I do cry, there are points of separation, and there are points when I don't feel so good about my love. There are struggles. Every relationship has its struggles. But have I ever harmed anyone through my pain or through my disappointments, the disappointments that I have on account of my relationships? Never. Then he's saying, when did my coals a forward spring remove? Now coals, again here it is talking about a difficult phase in a relationship. Coals here means when you do not have that kind of understanding, when you and your partner on certain things in life do not come on the same page. Okay, when your thoughts are differing, when your thoughts are in a conflict, and you two are finding it hard to communicate, then that is the essence of word cold used over here. He's saying that, see, when we do not have an understanding, when me and my beloved, we do not have that kind of understanding sometimes, then what happens? Has it spread to other people? No, it has not. I have contained that cold caused by my love within myself. It is not like I, through that bad mood of mine, through that cold mood of mine, has got that spread across the world and removed the happiness. Spring here symbolizes happiness. It is not like that I am sad in my love and that is why I have stopped contributing, or I have started contributing to the displeasure of other people. It is not that my sadness has altogether removed the happiness from the face of earth. My coals have not removed the forwardness, the advancement of a spring season. Spring here symbolizes happiness. So he's saying that none of the things, none of the aspects of my relationship has ever harmed any person. Other line says, when did the heats which my veins fill add one more to the plague bill? Now he's saying, when did the passion that I have for my beloved, when did the love, the intensity of our passion, the heat of our passion has ever added another patient to the plague's bill? Now he's saying that it's not like I am lovesick and I am spreading that love sickness to the other people as well. No, I alone am lovesick and I am not spreading that heat that runs in my veins, the love that runs in my veins to other people. It is contained within me, it is in me, and that is the reason why you must not blame me, why you must not pick on me for being so much in love. Because I am doing good to me, I am doing bad to me, I am loving my beloved. Nobody else has got anything to do with it because nobody else is impacted by it in a negative way. If anything is happening, then that is all good. We are not creating any kind of problem for the other people. That is what he's trying to say over here. Soldiers find wars and lawyers find out still. Now he's saying that though we do not harm other people through the ups and downs of our love life, but there are people who are actually involved in fights, who are actually harming the world. He's saying that there are soldiers who keep fighting wars endlessly. There are lawyers who always find something new to fight up in the courtrooms. They fight their wars. But what are we doing? What is it that I and my beloved, we are doing? It is love. We are still loving. We are not conflicted like the severity of soldiers. We are so much in love that we can think of no such massacres. We can think of no such ugly arguments that take place in a courtroom. He's saying that it's not like we are harming anyone, and if at all we are doing anything, then that is setting an example of love, because there is so much hatred outside in the world. So many people are fighting wars, so many wars are taking place in the courtroom, families are breaking. So that is what he's trying to say, that our love does not harm anyone, but at the same time it can set an example for other people. Now let's look at the next paragraph. Call us what you will, we are made by such love. He's saying that whatever you want to call us, if you want to call us names, if you want to tease us, if you want to rebuke us, you can do that. We are made by such love, but we cannot help being so much in love because our love has molded us. Our love has made us. So you can pick on us, you can call us names, you can rebuke us, you do whatever you want to do, but we cannot help but love each other. Call her one and me another fly. We are tapers too, and at our own cost die. Call her one and me another fly. Here he's saying just that, you remember his poem, I don't know if you have read it, but you might have come across the poem The Flea. Though the sense of that poem is entirely different, it is also the poem by John Donne himself. But here also he's giving that context of Leah. He's saying that You can call her one fly and you can call me another fly. And we are like tapers too. We are like candles that at our own cost die. What is he trying to say? He's trying to say that just like a candle extinguishes on its own, similarly we burn in our own passion. Our passion, our love, the intensity of our love in itself burns us day and night. And we die in that intensity, we suffer in that intensity, we flourish in that intensity because it is at our own cost, because it is at the cost of our love. We do not want any outer inducements, we do not need any outer encouragements or discouragements, because we are enough, our love is enough. And if we suffer, if we flourish, it is at all of this is at our own cost. We do not need any intervention from the outer world at all. Just like a candle burns, lightens on its own, just like a candle glorifies the word on its own, similarly we burn at our own cost, we lighten the word at our own cost, and we end it at our own cost. That is what he's saying. Next line is, and we in us find the eagle and the dove. Now, these lines, these last lines of this paragraph, they are symbolizing to many theories. Like we have the yin and yang theory. He's saying that basically what is about to come in the other lines too, I am going to just put a gist of it before I read on those lines. He's saying that we are one person. We are not different. We are not masculine and feminine. We are one. Just like a phoenix bird, we are one. And that is why nothing else impacts us, because we in ourselves are complete. Okay. The phoenix riddle hath more wit by us, we two being one are it. See how he is putting the example of phoenix and comparing himself and his beloved to a phoenix. He's saying that the phoenix riddle hath more wit by us. The phoenix riddle here is the phoenix story, the folklore, or you can say the fantasy story that we have about phoenix, the mythological bird that burns down and then again rises from the ashes. He's saying that in phoenix the male and female parts are in one bird. So he's saying that the phoenix riddle hath more wit by us because it is more relatable to us. It makes more sense when you will look at the lovers like us. It makes sense then. We two being one are it, because we two are also one, just like a phoenix has more both female and male part. In the similar manner, we means me and my beloved. We two also are like that, and that is why we are it. We are phoenix. So, to one neutral thing, both sexes fit. We die and rise the same and prove mysterious by this love. He's saying to one neutral thing, both sexes fit. To one neutral body, both of our sexes are fitting. Our souls are one. We die and rise the same. Now here, this line, we die and rise the same. Just like I told you about the mythological bird phoenix, it is believed that there is only one bird at a time in the world, and when she burns down and dies, from the ashes of that burned down bird rises another phoenix. So he is also saying that in the world at any particular point of time, there is only one pair of really true soulful lovers. And when that passes away, another pair comes. It is not like love ends. Love always follows. Love always keeps happening. True love always has its existence in the world. It is just one at a time. Like we have one phoenix bird at a time. In a similar manner, we have one real couple, one real true love couple in the world at a time. So we die and rise the same. In the similar manner, just like if I and my beloved, we will die, another couple who will have just as much love for each other will emerge. Just as much true love for each other will emerge. So that is why he's saying that the phoenix riddle hath more wit by us. It is more, it makes more sense because of us. Because the phoenix's story and our story are quite the same. That is what he's trying to say. So we die and rise the same and prove mysterious by this love. So we also die the same way. We also, a new couple enters the world. We also rise the same way. And that is why the mystery continues. The mystery of having a love continues. True love. Okay. Now let us look at the next paragraph. We can die by it, if not live by love. And if unfit for tombs and hearsay our legends be, it will be fit for words. And if no piece of chronicle we prove, we will build in sonnets pretty rooms. See how beautifully he has portrayed his feelings right over here. He's saying that if we are not allowed to live in this love, if we are not allowed to live so beautifully alive in love, so much in love, then we will choose to die by it. We will choose to keep our love intact, and we will end that love along with ending our own selves. So he's saying that if we are not allowed, if somehow the destiny favors us not, and we cannot live with each other, we cannot have our love prosper, then we will end our love by ending ourselves. We can die by it, if not live by love. And if unfit for tombs and hearsay our legends be, it will be fit for a verse. So he's saying that if our love will be considered by people as being unfit, as being unsuitable for tombs, for hearsays, for coffins. So he's saying, and if our love will be unfit for tombs or hearsay is some that carries the coffin. So he's saying that if our love will not be considered suitable or pure enough for having a tomb constructed in our names or having a hearsay, then we will be fit for a verse. Then he's saying that our legend be, if unfit for tombs and hearsay our legend be, it will be fit for a verse. So do not be disheartened, my beloved, by thinking that we will not get tombs in our name, or we will not get a hearsay, because even if the people who are grudging our love, they consider us inappropriate or not suitable enough to have a tomb constructed in our name, to have a hearsay, still our legend will be perfect for a verse, perfect for a poem. And if no piece of chronicle we prove, we will build in sonnets pretty rooms. Now, what an amazing line to write. He's saying that, and if we do not prove any piece of a chronicle, and if we do not prove any piece of a love story, mouth-shutting love story, if we do not prove that, then still we have a choice. We can build in sonnets pretty rooms. We don't have to have a kingdom, a very far-fetched and very, very glorious chronicle to our names. Even in the little sonnets, we will do justice to the love that we have shared. As well-wrought urn becomes the greatest ashes as half-acre tombs, and by these hymns all shall approve us canonized for love. Now here he's giving an example. He's saying that if our love story does not prove to be a very famous chronicle, we will write sonnets, because just like a well-wrought urn means an urn that is stored in a little pot, in a little vessel, it also holds the same importance if you will put that same urn, that same ashes of a dead being, that same ashes into a half-acre tomb. So it is saying that packaging does not matter actually. What matters is the product. He's trying to say here in the literary terms that if you are going to put that urn in a vessel, or if you are going to put that urn in a very lavishly made half-acre tomb, it would do nothing to the urn, because the urn is the essence, no matter where you put it, no matter where you store it, where you keep it, where you cherish it. The value will not diminish by storing it into a small vessel. That is what he's trying to say. So if people will not make us have a chronicle, people will not consider us worthy of a verse, people will not consider us worthy of a chronicle, then we will suffice our love, we will do justice to our love by writing verses, by writing sonnets. That is what he's trying to say. So try to understand over here, he's comparing that his love is so pure that the way the people talk about it would never ever diminish, would never ever reduce the quality of his affection for his beloved. It will stay the same. The essence, the crux will stay the same, whether you put it in a chronicle book or whether you let it be stored in a half-acre tomb, or you might merely let it be stored in a vessel. His love will stay the same because the ashes, the urn is the same. And by these hymns all shall approve us canonized for love. Hymns, are religious songs. By these hymns, now he's saying, he's trying a comparison. He's saying the poems that he will be writing for his beloved, the sonnets that he said in this stanza that we will build in sonnets pretty rooms. So he's saying that those sonnets are like hymns. And when people will hear those sonnets, when people will read those sonnets, they will consider us canonized for love. They will say that yes, they were the saints of love. They were the saints of true love when they will read our sonnets. And by reading those sonnets, they will believe the two of us canonized for love. Now let us look at the next stanza. And thus invoke us, you whom reverent love made one another's hermitage, you to whom love was peace that now is rage, who did the whole world's soul contract and drove into the glasses of your eyes. He's saying that when people will read our sonnets, when they will get to know about the quality of our affection, when they will get to know about the beauty of our love, the truth, the purity, the chastity of our passion for each other, how they will invoke us, how they will address us. They will address us in this manner. They will say, you whom reverent love made one another's hermitage, you to whom the purest of affection made one another's hermitage. And it happens when you truly love someone, that person becomes your ultimate home. That person becomes your hermitage, where you escape from rest of the world and talk spirituality, discuss deep things, discuss about any of the matters of the world without having to hide anything, without having to conceal even the most negative or the darkest of your perceptions. So that is what he's saying, that you to whom reverent love made one another's hermitage, you to whom love was peace, and the two of you, for you and your beloved. The poet is talking that people will say this about me and my beloved, that to you love was peace, but now your story, now your love story that is out there in open is such a rage. Such a rage here means that it is such an exotic tale that people are going crazy about your love. They are trying to have that same kind of love in their lives, like Romeo and Juliet, he Raja we talk about. So that is what he's trying to say, that to you that love got peace, but now that love is spreading rage in the masses, that love is spreading a zest, a feeling of getting that same kind, manifesting that same kind of passion into people's lives. So that is what he's trying to say, that people now, when they have got to hear about your story, don't see your story as peace. To you it was peace, but to them it is getting rage. To them it is driving crazy with frenzy, with emotions, because they also crave that kind of love, the love that you two had, the love that you and your beloved shared. Who did the whole world's soul contract and robe into the glasses of your eyes? He is saying that who did the whole world's soul contract? When you and your beloved sat beside each other, you had the capacity of contracting, of summarizing the soul of the entire world. Summarizing the soul of the entire world means you had the potential to draw up the gist, to extract the gist of this word. And where did you see that extraction? Where did you get that extraction? You got that extraction into the glasses of your beloved's eyes. So glasses of the beloved's eyes do not mean a spectacle over here. It is implying that when you saw your beloved, you saw in her the epitome of the world. You had nothing else to do with the world because your world was right there in front of you. the extraction of all of the word, the substance of all of the word was right there, reflecting in the eyes of your beloved. Who did the whole word's soul contract and drove into the glasses of your beloved's eyes, into the glasses of your eyes, so made such mirrors and such spies that they did all to you epitomize. And that is why when you sat before your beloved, when you sat face to face and you saw each other into the eyes, you looked each other into the eyes, it was like you two are getting the epitomization of the entire word. You two are mirroring each other as well. See, why is he saying here whole word soul contract? Because at the end of the day, it is the soul that matters. We believe in soul. It is the soul that exists, the soul that is everything. Body is nothing without soul. When our soul departs, body is nothing, according to many religions. So that is what he is saying, that the essence is soul. And that essence of the word, we got to see, the lovers get to see in the beloved's eyes. And those eyes also function as mirrors. Those eyes also function as mirrors because they mirror us. Because they tell us exactly as we are, without any clothing, without any masking, naked as we are, naked to our soul. That is what he's trying to say. So he's saying, who did the whole words soul contract and drove into the glasses of your eyes, so made such mirrors and such spies that they did all to you epitomize. Now there can also be another interpretation of these lines. He's saying that your eyes, they are so seasoned in love, they are so seasoned in detecting love, that when someone is faking love, when there is a couple who is not actually in love but pretending to be, you will be able to spot them so easily because you know what true love looks like, you know what true love feels like. So your eyes also function as spies for other people. They work as, they secretively detect who is actually in love and who is not. That they did all to you epitomize. Last line says, countries, towns, courts, beg from above a pattern of your love. And lastly, he's ending it very beautifully. He's saying that countries, the villages, the pastorals, the towns, the courts, they all beg from above. They all ask to have more such patterns of love, to have more such true lovers in the life, in the reality, in the real world. So he's saying that countries, towns and courts, they all beg to have such lovers. They all beg to know the pattern of such lovers. What is it that makes two people fall so deeply in love with each other? That is what he's trying to say. So with this, I end this poem, The Canonization, and I hope we meet soon and discuss another piece of John Donne. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for your time.